All right, BS Sports back here for some college football. We are going to talk the bracket. Just got released from the CFP committee about an hour ago here. So this is our last chat of this until Selection Sunday, where this will be finalized. All we've got left is conference week, which we will have a show previewing all the conference, our conference championship game picks coming up. That'll be out probably Friday. Games, I think we'll have some Friday night games. And then Saturday's the big three with the Big 12, SEC, and Big 10 championship games. So let's go right into it. Any certain way you want to attack this? You just want to kind of talk about movement, or you just want to go through 1 through 12 real quick?
I say let's just go down the board again. How we've kind of been doing it, especially this week because we've had some movement. So yeah, let's just go 1 through 12. Honestly.
All right. So your top 4 are no longer the same 4. We've had some movement. The A&M Aggies showed their fraudulent selves playing a winning SEC school. We maybe we'll get into that.
Brings me so much joy.
Yeah, it's almost like we may have called that here a couple times. And I even tipped my cap to the Aggies quite a bit throughout the year, but I still, to this day, I was still saying, prove to me who you are. And they just proved it. So,
Yep.
So you got 1 Ohio State, 2 Indiana, hasn't changed. Georgia jumps to 3 from 4. And now you have the Texas Tech Red Raiders in there at the 4 seed.
I'm kind of shocked by that 4 seed with Texas Tech jumping there, but
Really?
yeah, well, actually, just keep going. We'll talk later about movement and what ifs.
Okay, and then so from there, you had Oregon moves up a slot to 5, Ole Miss moves up a slot to 6, and the Aggies get placed at 7 with their first loss of the year. I'm a little surprised about Ole Miss. I truly thought, with some of the talk that I've seen from people in the college football world, that they will absolutely punish them for not having a head coach.
Yeah, I don't know. It's kind of a toss up, because like it's a player's game. So, you don't want to dog in the players for what they've accomplished this year, but
Absolutely.
I totally get the aspect of, look, like Kiffin's gone. Do we know who he's taken with him, or if anyone's gone with him? Like his coaching staff.
I thought most all of the offensive side went, and then the DC is the one that's getting the job.
Okay,
because he was like, "Hell no, I'm not going."
So so
he must have known, and of course that was his public statement, like, "No, I'm a rebel" or whatever. And
yeah,
although I do like him, he seems like a.
So I get it, but you don't want to. I don't want to punish the kids, I guess. I don't know.
I understand, but tell that to Florida State. What was it, 2 years ago? The last year, the
12-0.
12-0. They lose their quarterback, Jordan Travis, which I think, and I've seen a lot of people that feel the same as I do, obviously, but I see a lot of Alabama content on my social media feeds. But a lot of people think that Alabama would have got in over them even if Jordan Travis didn't get hurt that year. So, but
I think that was the 2-loss Bama team that got in over them.
No, that was 1 loss because it was only a 4.
Okay.
It was only,
I know it was the last year, the 4 team, right?
Yep.
So I mean, so they put in the 1-loss Bama team over Florida State,
undefeated Florida State. Yep.
I still would have done that, but I mean that's when it goes back to the aspect of, okay, like it's a player's game. Like they lost their quarterback, so that changes the whole dynamic of the team, and this does as well. But like you still have the same players, So
yeah,
I do agree with dropping them, like, but not out, like completely out of the playoff. But
right,
I probably would have put A&M, Bama, and maybe even Oklahoma in front of them.
Yeah, I could have seen them dropping them to the last possible slot, like the 10 seed.
Yeah.
To where, okay, we're not going to kick them out, but they're getting ranked as minimally as possible.
I would have been okay with that. And a lot of people won't agree with that, but I think that's probably what should have happened, in which they could still do it. But
I guess I'm wrong about that placement. So in theory, they should have gone to the 9 seed.
Yeah.
Because where I was getting to next, so you had Oklahoma stays at 8. And then the biggest movement here, of course, for me and us Alabama people, Alabama's now a shoe-in to the playoff. Ranked 9 ahead of, they flipped to Notre Dame, or they flipped with Notre Dame. Notre Dame is now the bubble team.
Yeah, which Notre Dame's in too because they don't play anyone.
And what I mean by that is the scenario where BYU beats Tech. I think Texas Tech is going to stay in a playoff spot, which means someone on this list has to get kicked out, and it won't be a team 11 or 12 because those are conference champions.
Okay, so this is a good point. This is a good place to bring up what I was gonna say. If that scenario happens, I want to see Vandy in over Notre Dame. And even Notre Dame doesn't even have a game this week, so they can't do anything. So should they really get kicked out or move up or down or whatever? So they should just be locked into the 10 spot. But I personally want to see Vandy in over Notre Dame.
I would too.
They have a better resume.
I 100% agree.
They have better losses.
Yep. However, it's Notre Dame. They just love them.
I know, it's unbelievable.
Notre Dame. This is the formula to make the playoff for Notre Dame every year. Schedule your 2 hardest games first 2 weeks, and then just have cupcake schedule the rest of the way.
It's so funny because if Vandy, and we're SEC boys, but Vandy just gets the short end of the stick because if their resume is Tennessee's, they're in.
Yeah.
Losses to Texas and Alabama on the road, and wins against a ranked Mizzou, a ranked at the time LSU, a ranked. Did they play Florida State?
No.
They have 2 more wins against ranked guys. They have 4 total wins against ranked teams at the time of where they were ranked. Like playing them, they were ranked then.
Yeah, I have to go back and look.
Which is another topic. What would you consider? You consider those top 25 wins, right? Because they're ranked at the point. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's where this all just gets so hairy and fuzzy. You can look at it 100 different ways, but on paper, I mean, Vanderbilt's resume is much better than Notre Dame's. That's for sure.
Yeah.
The only thing I will say about Vanderbilt's kind of pissed me off a bit is recently, have you seen all the Diego Pavia, like basically like he's running for president, running for Heisman? Instead of lobbying for his team to get into the playoff, he's lobbying for himself to be a Heisman finalist.
I did see that.
Like, what the hell?
I did see that. But I also saw him caveating for his team about like, hey, we should be in the playoffs. So
yeah, there's a little bit of that, but it seems like a lot more of
oh no, it is
personal.
You're absolutely right. But yeah, and the thing is, they probably won't go with a Heisman that's not in the playoff.
Right.
It's just it's kind of like the MVP for NFL. So.
Yep. So you've got looking at the 11-12 now. Conference champion number 4 is 11, which right now is Virginia playing 7-5 Duke. And it sounds like there's a scenario where Duke wins that ball game. They're not guaranteed like we had thought.
Yeah, this is
because they're not ranked in the top 25.
Another iffy situation, fuzzy, and who knows what the rules are and where the line is, but
maybe this is the scenario how you get a team like Vandy sneaking in, but it sounds like if that happens, Miami's the team.
That would be even worse.
Getting in. Which agreed. But don't know.
They want to find a way to get Miami in, dude.
They have Texas as the team still in the mix over Vandy.
Yeah, and so that's the thing because Texas has the head-to-head, but Texas has 3 losses. So that's where it gets iffy again. It's like unbelievable. It's like complete chaos. Like everything that went wrong could have went wrong for these teams. Like, and then if you have a Bama loss in the conference final game.
Yeah, I think
now where we are. We'll talk about that next week. We won't put that in the air, but.
And then conference champ number 5 at the 12 seed is going to be the winner of Tulane, North Texas.
Yep.
That'll probably be a fun game to watch, actually. That's going to be gunslinging.
So you had mentioned if Duke wins, neither one of those teams are in. And they had stated that JMU would get in, right? But how is that? Is that just because they're the highest ranked team of the top 25?
No, I think
or like why wouldn't that next team be Texas then? Because they're the first one out, right? Or is it still BYU?
I'm sorry, say that again.
If if Duke wins, so they're both they're not out, or they're not no ACC schools in. JMU, you said, would be the next one in. Would take that 11 spot.
No, I think you're more likely to get Miami or Texas.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. I thought that what you had read was they were saying JMU would be the team in.
They have JMU still as in the mix, but see, it says the winner of North Texas Tulane wins the American. Wins more likely to represent the Group of 5 than JMU because of the strength of schedule. JMU could still be considered if Duke wins the ACC, giving Group of 5 2 playoff teams. So, okay, you are right about that.
So it's JMU, Texas, or Miami.
Yep.
If Duke wins.
If Duke wins.
Wow, I hope Duke wins. God, I love chaos.
They've seen the playbook. They've seen the playbook now. Sure, they can get them the second time around.
Dude, Duke's for sure winning.
Duke got murdered by them the first time.
Oh, I know. Dude, college football wants this.
Game of their lives.
Duke's winning. College football wants this. They're gonna win. They're not gonna put any ACC team in, and somehow Miami's gonna sneak in. Guaranteed.
Yeah, that would be something, huh?
Oh man. So.
Yeah, gosh, imagine.
But dude, that's why where is this?
Imagine that happens, and imagine BYU wins. Well, no, that would solve the problems there then, because then you just had no ACC team, right? BYU makes.
Can we get no ACC and no Big 12 team in? Is that possible?
Well, that's going to put you 2 Big 12 teams in.
There's no way BYU.
I say we just kick Oregon out. Why are they sitting at 5? Why are they sitting at 5?
I'm in.
Done nothing this year.
I'm in. Dan sucks.
And they're going to get to play fucking Tulane and then Texas Tech.
Dan Lanning's not allowed to have cocaine at his playoff game.
We need Bama.
They'll lose for sure.
We need Bama to win I need Bama to win so bad because Oregon's going to get rewarded with playing the winner of North Texas Tulane, and they're going to get to play Texas Tech in the second round just to say, we're the mighty Oregon Ducks.
All right, we talked.
Meanwhile, Bama's just going to have to go to Norman and then go to Columbus to play Ohio State back-to-back games.
All right, so we talked a bracket. Let's talk what ifs and like little scenarios here. So we'll get through the conference, picks and stuff later on. But just playing a little what if game here. If Bama wins, where do they flip with Georgia? Or they go 3 still? How you were saying last week.
I don't think they flip it. I don't think Georgia gets punished much at all. I think if Bama wins, Texas Tech, I think everyone slots a slot down. I think Bama goes to 3, Georgia goes to 4, and everyone just drops a slot. That's what I think happens.
Oh, okay. So Bama jumps into
3 in a first round bye.
And Georgia stays with the bye.
Georgia will just drop to 4. Yep. I don't see Texas Tech staying there and Georgia dropping to 5.
Do you see either Big Ten team dropping out of the
nope,
bye?
Not at all.
What if Ohio State blows them out?
Oh wait, you know what? That wouldn't make sense because one. Okay, let's assume an Ohio State win by 10 plus points.
I would drop Indiana out.
I think Ohio State stays 1. I think they might put Alabama at 2. I don't think Indiana drops further than 3, maybe 4, and then Georgia would get that, and then Texas Tech falls out. Although maybe there's a scenario where they do keep Texas Tech in and Georgia drops to 5.
Well, if Tech wins, they can't drop them out, right? They're pretty much solidified to a bye. If they have them at a bye now, they can't drop them out now.
I don't think so.
You don't think they're solidified to a bye?
I don't think
even
so.
If they win?
I don't think so.
What if they blow them out like last time?
I think
they blew BYU out, right?
Because I think not punishing Georgia for their loss is more applicable than keeping Texas Tech at 4. Because you'd have to slot Bama in over Georgia, and then they just move down 1. I mean, it's getting punished technically because you're moving down, but it's only because you just lost Alabama again, and Alabama gets their bye.
I could see.
Or do you throw in Bama at 4 and just leave Georgia at 3?
I could see Bama going to 3, Tech staying at 4, Georgia at 5.
Yes, or that scenario. But I think Ohio State and Indiana are both guaranteed there.
I would love to see Indiana drop out. Give Indiana the 5 seed. Let them play two actual. Let them go play the group of 5 team. Let's see how well they do. I would love that.
Yeah, I mean, surely they're going to take care of business there. But
are you so sure? I'm not.
Yeah, the more I'm seeing this bracket, these scenarios, the more it's just kind of bullshit that these teams get the favorability they do. Because even for Indiana, they need to drop all the way to 7 or higher to play a real team, but they're not going to, because they're going to get.
I mean, if they get like
now, I guess they get Virginia. I guess they could get Virginia, but even Virginia, I mean, how much respect do we have for Virginia?
If they play if they get blown out, like by like 3 touchdowns, they definitely drop.
Yeah, they should. But they're not going to drop to 7+. Is what I'm arguing here.
Yeah, I mean, they'll still keep a home game.
I'd be fine with them playing playing Virginia just to see, but it's going to be.
Have they played? They haven't played Notre Dame this year yet, right? Give them the 7th seed. Keep Notre Dame at 10 and let them play Notre Dame at home.
Where do you move up A&M?
Get them out of here.
Kick them to the curb.
Put them at 8. Put Oklahoma in front of A&M, honestly.
Yeah, good.
Oklahoma's got better wins, better losses.
Yeah, there's man. I don't know. It's gonna be fun.
I like this. I'm gonna throw out my bracket.
What if? So in that scenario, what if? No, never mind. Go ahead. You were gonna go.
Yeah, I'm just gonna throw out my bracket here. I'm gonna go Ohio State 1. I'm going Bama 2. So I have them winning the game. Spoiler.
Dumb.
3. See, I hate this. 3, I'm going to put Georgia, and 4, I'm going to go Tech, just because I have to, because they're going to win. 5, I guess I got to go Indiana 5. 6, I'll go Oregon. 7's Ole Miss. 8 is A&M. No, 8 is Oklahoma. 9 is A&M. 10 is Dame. And then 11, 12, the conference winners. I'll just say that, but
not bad.
That's where
I'm just pissy. I want to see Indiana play an SEC school before round 3 when they're all beat up and.
Let them play A&M. See how they do against A&M.
I would love to see that.
We've been dog shitting on A&M all year. If they get beat by, or if they lose to, or if Indiana loses to them, that's probably our. Would you say they're better than Ole Miss? A&M with no Lane.
Oh man, I don't know. That's tough.
I would like to see that game with no Lane Kiffin. That would be a good game, I think. But let them play either one of them teams. Let them play.
Give me Ole Miss with Lane Kiffin for sure.
Oh, absolutely.
Ole Miss that offense looks incredible too.
I'd love to see Indiana play Oklahoma.
All I know, and I got to make sure to hit it before we wrap up here, but all I know is thank God Kalen DeBoer went for it on 4th and 2. Because that just proves the run game doesn't matter. I don't know what's okay.
Randy Marsh. Pick up Randy Marsh meme.
Kahunas. What's more absurd to you? Alabama's behind Notre Dame because they can't run the football. Nothing to do with wins, losses, strength of schedule, or is a more ridiculous statement to say we think Alabama should be ahead of Notre Dame because Kalen DeBoer went for it on 4th and 2. I mean, seriously, what's more absurd?
It's a great question. I have no idea. Probably 4th and 2 is more ridiculous of a statement.
It's like
because it has nothing to do with anything, but it's a singular play in a singular game.
Yeah.
And it was a big play in a big game, but it's a singular play in a singular game, and that's what they decided on. I mean, just insane. And then on the other side of the ball, Alabama can't run the ball, which is probably true, but we're throwing that into the mix when talking about where to see these teams.
You're not going to talk about who they've beaten, how they beat them, whatever. We're just going to talk, they seem like they can't run the ball.
I was scrolling on Twitter whenever this bracket came out, and it was like a list of the guidelines for like what the committee looks to, strength of schedule and common opponents and wins and difficulty of losses and blah, 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 like road wins, road losses, blah, 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 all the way down, whatever their full list is. You can find it online. And then like all the captions were like, and all the replies were like, did they just like pull these out of a hat and just like forgot about them? They just not looked at them anymore? Like, because it makes no sense.
And then they just justify it. That's what's frustrating about the whole committee and like even like the AP poll people or whatever. It's like, just admit that you let a computer spit the crap out based on whatever criteria, and then we justify it from there. Like, even let's just say that. Don't just oh wow, that 4th and 2 play was big. That was massive. They're better than Notre Dame because of that, because they called a 4th and 2.
And then what's the CFP commissioner guy's name?
Juracek.
So Juracek's just sitting there on ESPN talking to was it Van Pelt? He's just 6'7". It's like, come on, man. Like,
it's like it's like that. It's Dumb and Dumber, right? With Jim Carrey, where he's like, just when you can't get any stupider, or you go and totally redeem, or no. What the is that? What he says?
I don't know.
We'll look it up, but it's insanity, man. We're living in a simulation, people.
It's insane. I honestly, I can't wait for Selection Sunday because it's going to be a ball.
Yep. So that's your playoff field. I mean, assuming all the favorites win the conference championship games, may not be in that order. Well, no, it will be in this order.
It should be pretty darn close.
It'll be pretty close, and
because a lot of these teams don't play this week.
Yeah.
So you can't really move them based on nothing. So
yep. So
I don't know. I guess we'll see.
There you have it.
I'd still like to see somehow one more SEC team get in, but we'll see what happens. I don't know. I'd rather see a Texas, a Vandy team in over even that conference. Now, I want to see the conference champion. I think if you win your conference, you should get in. So I don't know how that's even possible that Duke could win and not get in, but
that is kind of crazy. So
I thought that was the one rule that was like set in stone for these, but guess not. Back to the criteria list. Doesn't matter. Just Fugazi doesn't exist.
Well, Ole Miss's coach left them. I think they deserve to go up to number 6 for that. That's the balls on that program.
I do like how they put it over A&M though.
Yeah,
because I do like the Ole Miss team over A&M, even with maybe without a coach. But it's a coin toss for that. But with Lane Kiffin, Ole Miss for sure.
I saw some hypothetical lines, and you guessed one on the dot. You want to guess the other 3?
I did. I already seen one of them.
So, did you?
I did. The Ohio State game is 5.5, unless it's moved.
No. Hypotheticals for the first round.
Oh, yeah. Sorry. Okay.
So it was
never mind. I haven't seen any of
Alabama. So right now, Alabama at Oklahoma. You nailed it. It's
1.5.
Bama by 1.5, which is crazy. Notre Dame at A&M.
Notre Dame at A&M. A&M by 3.5.
Pick them.
I was going to say 2.5, but wow. Pick them?
Yep.
Okay. I mean, and I don't like A&M, but
Tulane at Oregon. This is making the assumption that Tulane
at Oregon by 11.5.
24.5.
Holy shit. That's too high.
What's Vandy at Oregon?
Vandy might be favorites. Oregon probably by like 2.5, maybe.
Want to get another heart-to-heart over here? Do we let the group of 5 schools in?
Yeah. Okay, so I did see this somewhere, and it was like, let one did I already mention this to you? I don't know. It was like, let a group of 5 team in if they just run a gauntlet on everyone they play. So like they win by 20, 25 plus on every team they play. They win by 25, 30 plus. Let them in. Sure. Undefeated season. Clearly, yeah. But these teams have one loss, don't they?
Yes.
So I don't think we need to see this. So maybe that line is right. Maybe Oregon wins by 24.5. Probably a little too high. Maybe more like 16 or something. But
if it is JMU, it's 18.5.
Okay.
So getting a little better.
So
And North Texas is 19.5.
So the best team that Vegas is saying might not even get in
They're
with JMU.
They're calling Tulane as the best team right now, as Vegas is, but they have them as the worst spread in a hypothetical right now at Oregon.
That's truly incredible. What are we doing?
And then Virginia at Ole Miss.
Ole Miss by 6.
13.5.
That seems high too without lying. But I mean, it's Virginia, so
It does.
I guess that makes sense.
Fun stuff.
Is that all? Yeah, I guess because we did the Oklahoma Alabama game.
Yep.
All right. Anything else?
I think that about wraps it up.
Week 15 of
Last
bracket.
Yep, only one more bracket preview, I guess, but it will be Selection Sunday and it will be finalized. So
we might have to figure this out and record Sunday night, maybe the night of.
very well may have to.
Get it out Monday morning.
Yep. So
Get it ready. So these games start
Friday night.
Next Friday. So not this coming Friday, but next Friday after conference champion. So Selection Sunday is this upcoming Sunday,
right?
The 8th.
I don't know.
7th.
I don't know if there's a week off or not. We'll have to figure that out. I feel like there's a week off. No, because that's why the whole point of the bye, right?
I would assume so. Yeah. Well, I think you're right. There was a bye.
So you think Alabama
Week 16, the only game is Army Navy.
So you think Alabama ran a gauntlet earlier in the year? That means 3 consecutive weeks now. Assuming they lose to Georgia, they could have a 4-week stretch here of at Auburn, Georgia and Mercedes, at Oklahoma, at Ohio State.
And then and in the Natty against
It'll be
whoever the hell gets there.
right. Oh, that'd be something, huh?
That would be crazy. I mean, they did it once.
True.
Not 2 of them was at home, so they'd have to go on the road for all those games. But
you're the best. You got to beat the best.
And similar to a Tennessee going to Columbus in December last year, I don't know if I trust Alabama up north.
Yeah, those southern teams do not like. They're not used to that.
Yeah, not at all. So, but we'll see. They're definitely a better program. So,
yep, that's for sure.
We'll see what happens. It's going to be an interesting week.
Yep, be on the lookout. We will preview all these conference games later in the week. That'll be posted Friday. We'll get some picks. If we don't talk about them on the pod, we will definitely be sitting in sports books in Missouri legally Saturday, rattling off prop parlays, all kinds of stuff. Touchdown scores. We'll have it'll be a doozy of a Saturday.
Yeah, I think we'll pick spreads and stuff, but yeah, we'll probably have some random props and stuff and touchdown scorers and random stuff on Saturday. So keep an eye out on Twitter.
Yep.
X.
So stay tuned. Check that podcast out, and we will talk college football bracket again next week.
Yep. Final bracket.
All right.
Till next time.